Didn't kill it.
Got past the armor.
Did something to it, though. What have I done to you? Oh, CT exposed. Good. That's a heavy LOM volley. I think 10 or 15 weight at least. Okay, I am going to punch through this.
Closing in on you, Lady Urano. Your time is running out.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, he's got a real urge to murder me. Okay, I'm just going to regular move.
Position confirmed.
Expose myself a little, but we got another Griffin out there. Your CT is really badly damaged, so multi. The PPC can go after your fellow Griffin.
Firing
The
on
SOMs will
both
probably
flanks.
kill the Vindicator. Oh no, no. See? As soon as I call it. And that missed. Yeah.
Damn it.
As soon as I call that I'm going to try and kill it, it's like, nope. Immediately and impressively, nope. Oh no, you hit the Highlander.
Damage minimal.
What a shame. I love that I'm actually not that concerned about the assault mechs taking a hit or two.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Assaults are typically pretty heavily armoured. Heavy mechs tend to have a higher ratio of equipment, but assaults, in their normal configurations, they tend to have more endurance than any other type. I mean, that's why they're called assaults. They're supposed to just wade in and say hello to everyone.
Let's move.
Okay, so multi-targets. You're still critically damaged, though most of the missiles missed your CT. Targets. No, I said multi-target, please. Multi-target. L pulses are going after B, as is the ER PPC. The M lasers. Let's send 3 lasers. No. This is overkill, but I'm very paranoid about this. 4 lasers at the Vindicator. Come on.
I copy.
There we go. That's how you do it. Certainly took long enough. Jeez. And the other 2 enemies are assault weight. Wait a second. There's 3 enemy mechs incoming. Right.
Standing by.
That's not that good, actually. Okay, I'm just going to move forward a little bit.
Confirmed.
And Alpha Strike. Yeah, just Alpha Strike the Griffin. With everything.
Attacking from position.
Oh, head hit. And I think it's gone. Is it going over? Oh, no, it's not.
Lady Urano, we've got incoming assault mechs.
Just another obstacle to overcome. For the restoration.
Yep. Enemy Battle Master confirmed. Alright. So there is actually a lot of tonnage. There's even more tonnage than I've got.
Yes, I hear you.
It's multiple lances and multiple heavy weaponry and a lot of things. If I go there, I've actually got direct line of fire on a lot of this stuff. Yeah, okay.
I'll make it happen.
So yeah, my only real edge actually is the added kick, shall we say, of the fact I'm using some Star League Defense era stuff. Like I've got the enhanced toys, I've got ER large lasers, I've got pulse lasers, I've got a Gauss rifle of all things. So yeah, okay. What I can is going after the Battle Master. The Griffin is going to target by anything else. The Griffin is going to fall over if it gets hit by anything else. So it's going to take a quick nap. Here we go.
I'll make it happen.
LM10 crit. Another head hit. Ooh.
Pierce through the armor.
That is getting kind of nasty, actually. And, yep, falling on its face. Off it goes. -1 to initiative as well. He's not very happy with that. What else? Oh, a Zeus. The good old rust bucket, the Zeus. Looks like I'm going to be facing lighter assault mechs than I've got, but there's more of them. Oh, forward armor breach this time on the Highlander. Oof. I'm not sure how good the Highlander's armor is. I know it's a bit lighter than usual for assault mechs because it's a jump-capable version. So it's more about mobility and jumping around the place than... Oop. Well, there's the artillery. And the artillery strike has moved. Okay, so what have you got? You've got AC-5, large laser, medium lasers, LM-15. Okay, yeah, pretty standard Zeus loadout there.
Standing by.
And... yeah, look at that, 20 points in the Griffin. Of all things. And there's no way to tell how... what state the pilot's in. Let's put it that way. If I go to there, then I will be in some kind of shelter, at least, until the assaults move around again. The LRMs can go after the Griffin, but it's avoiding direct engagement, at least at the moment. Because I want to lob just the missiles, I think, at the CT.
Affirmative.
There it goes.
One less target.
Achievement, massive mediums. I have no idea what that is. It's probably like kill X number of medium mechs or something.
Receiving you.
Black Knight is kind of boxed in at the moment, actually, so I'm going to reserve. Well, I'm thinking of reserving because honestly, the Atlas and the Black Knight can't really move past the Highlander, and the Black Knight actually lacks jump jets, so I need to let the enemy move because the Highlander has got to move first. What are you? You're not an awesome, are you? You didn't. Whatever you are, you didn't fire. Okay.
I'm here.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of rough terrain. Your forward armor's not actually breached. It is, however, getting very worn down. If I move to you there, you can alpha strike at the Zeus. Actually, if you were to jump, you get more dodge. I'll turn you so your armor is facing more towards the enemy to increase the odds of them hitting on the more intact side of you. You're definitely out of the way of the others. And you're going to unleash everything at the Zeus. You know what? Precision. Precision strike, Zeus. It's only a 33% chance. You know what? I'm not going to do that. Because, of course, I believe that system is cursed.
I'm on
Here
it.
we go. And already the relatively thin Zeus armor is coming apart. You are dying. You're also moving. Very unsteady, though. Oh, yep. Trying to return fire. The dodge helping the Highlander evade the incoming cannon shot.
Losing lots of armor.
Though the Highlander's armor is pretty worn out at this point. Right, now. I believe, actually, I might be able to alpha strike the Black Knight.
Standing by.
Yes, I have a direct line onto the Zeus from where the Black Knight could reach. So the Black Knight can flank around. How's my armor? Weak on the right side. Left side is intact, so I will turn that away. And then, once again, Alpha. Oh no, that's way too much. I want to hit it with a PPC. No, let's turn the PPC off, actually. That's a major heat source. Because it's an ER PPC, those things are monsters for heat. And just lay into it with everything else, because that side torso is actually exposed. That's a relatively important one.
Target locked.
That's where the energy weaponry is. Well, most of it. And of course I hit everything but that side torso. That is typical, that. Okay. Right, Battlemaster is coming in. Firing over the smoking corpse of its comrade at the Highlander. Good thing I turned the Highlander to face the other way a little bit. because it's absorbing a lot of incoming fire.
Standing by.
That leaves Kamea, who will move... Well, Kamea is actually overheating very badly right now. I want to go after that
Have my attention.
Zeus, though, so I have to go to... Oh, well that sucks. I can't get a direct line of fire onto the Zeus with Kamea. I can only get an indirect shot off at the Zeus. If I move to here, though, I can get a direct shot off at the Battlemaster. How is Kamea? Again, left side armor is better than right side armor. Okay.
I'll do what you ask.
Park there. Target the Zeus and the Battlemaster. You're going to massively overload, so turn off your ER large lasers. Okay, you're going to cool off a little bit there if you do it this way. But your AC-20 will be going after the Battlemaster. Actually, what's the AC-20 doing right now? Refire +1. Not too bad. I think Kamea's got that enough guts. Yeah, Kamea's got high guts, so she's got a -1 to refire penalty, which means it functions exactly how I thought it does. Target moved +2. Okay,
Confirmed.
just lob stuff around. The Zeus's shoulders are kind of weak at the moment. Didn't do anything, but... Oh, yep, that did something.
I will rain fire on your lance and smile as it burns.
Look at the hatred! Jeez.
What's up, boss?
Griffin, I think reserve you, actually.
Roger that. Standing by.
Do you have Bulwark, perchance? You do have Bulwark. Okay. So firing the Black Knight again will give it 50% damage reduction straight away. That's good. And you... Yeah, the PPC will still overheat you, even though you're not moving. Okay, just lay into it.
Taking the shot.
Now, don't shoot the legs. I want the torsos gone, not the legs. Oh, AC5 crit. Whoopsie.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
And I'm going to reserve my Griffin once again.
Holding for the right opportunity.
What are you? Don't be a flippin' awesome. Oh, PPC, PPC. 2 PPCs.
I hate these guys.
What has 2 PPCs? The only PPC-based assault I'm really aware of is the... Well, with multiple PPCs, I should rather say, is the Awesome. I'm not familiar with a normal stock design or variant which carries 2 PPCs. What are you, good sir? Moving the Atlas forward to get direct fire onto the Zeus. Look at the Zeus. Look at that. Yeah. Moving the Atlas forward to get direct firing onto the Zeus is going to actually show me what that last mech is. So let's go ahead and do that.
Affirmative.
It is an Awesome. It does have 3 PPCs. It only fired 2 for some reason. Probably heat reasons, but it's not done much of anything really. Huh. Maybe it fired a bigger volley earlier, but I didn't see it because it impacted the rocks, so I never saw the bolts or something. I know it missed something earlier. I don't know. Anyway, turn off the... That's got refire +1. Okay, refire doesn't seem to grow. I can fire a single ER large at it. Yeah, I'm trying to murder it. Fire.
Taking the shot.
Nope, there goes one torso. There goes the other. Oh! Oh!
Heavy damage.
Right. That Zeus, is it a zombie? It might be at this stage. I need to check it, but that is just ouch. Oh, and it gets back up again straight away. It's a zombie, I tell you. It lumbers forward, going, whoa, brains. No, it's a mech. It goes, Ah, fusion engines! I desire your fusion engines! Or something, I don't know. But yeah, that is... Yeah, that's completely a zombie. One PTM laser, one leg, its head. That Zeus has been torn to ribbons. Still standing though, but, you know. It's flipping assault, of course it's going to be still standing. Right, who else have I got? I've got the Highlander and I've got my Griffin still. I think the Highlander really does need to get more evasion out. He's suffering. He's going to fall over if he gets hit by too much more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce forward actually and then pile into the Battlemaster.
Up high.
And also I'm blocked from direct attack by the Awesome and the Zeus. It doesn't matter too much with the Zeus, but the Awesome is going to have to reposition fairly hard to target the Highlander with its PPCs. And what if I precision strike on you? That is still only 33%. Ah well. No way I'm going to breaching shot. I'm just going to pile everything into it because the Highlander actually runs really cool. It's not really suffered from any kind of heat problems so far.
Roger.
Plus, I'm really hoping I get my grubby little mitts on that Gauss rifle. You know,
Scored a critical hit.
unsteady. Yep, they're not having fun. Maneuvering. Are you going to shoot at the Atlas? Yes, you are shooting at the Atlas. Have fun with that.
Reporting minimal damage.
Yeah, minimal damage. Right,
Standing by.
which leaves the Griffin, who's going to get shot at a lot because it's my. Actually, no, the Griffin gets to move twice. Oh, it's got too much hit points left. Too many hit points left to try to be cheeky and punch the Zeus with the Griffin to kill it. Bit too cheeky, that.
Receiving you.
You do have evasive move. What I can do is try to send it out on the flanks at least a little bit. Oh wait, you're actually running really cool, and you've got some jump jets available. You know what? I think you, Mr. Awesome, need to be impaired.
Airborne.
So get a little bit of height advantage. Multi-target. Targets. Targets. SRM volley at the Zeus, and a PPC strike at the Awesome to impair it from next time it fires.
Acknowledged.
And it missed. Darn it. Oh well. I tried. And of course the Zeus is still alive. Oh, they just bombarded another mech wreck. Ugh. How rude. Right, round two. Bring it on, bitches. Yeah, it's the Griffin. The Griffin does need to move because it's a massive quacker of a target if it stays there. It needs to be out of direct line of fire of the Awesome. The Battlemaster's weaponry is not quite as dangerous to it, but it does need to be repositioned. So just hide there behind those rocks. Thank you.
Go ahead and run, Lady Kamea. You won't get far. I volunteered for this shit assignment so I can have the pleasure of hunting you down. And when I catch you,
Oh dear.
death of my son.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Pay for the death of his son. Oh dear. Well, I still think there's more to the dropship that we blew up than meets the eye, but oh, I can't actually target the Zeus. What a shame. No, the Zeus gets to live another turn. What? Oh no. But yeah, the death of his son. He had family on that dropship.
Locking in.
Well, no wonder he's coming at me with such hatred.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Yeah, you're having fun, aren't you? Oh, good. That knocked out the PPC. Excellent.
Receiving you.
Which leaves you standing here. Multi-target. Go after... How much is left? 37 hit points. That Zeus is still dying extremely hard. Turn off the PPC, because, you know, PPC, it's going to burn things out rather hard. The L pulse is... go for the... Yeah, Battlemaster gets the large pulses. Actually, no, Battlemaster gets a PPC shot. With loving care and attention. If I turn off an additional... Turn off one of the M lasers, I can actually fire it like that. Okay. The Battlemaster gets a PPC and 2 large pulses. And the Zeus gets 3 medium lasers. Should be kind of nice.
Engaging multiple targets.
Finally, there it goes. Bye-bye, zombie. Oh. And there goes a big chunk of armor off the Battlemaster. RT. And I fired the PPC at it
Hit something good.
because I was trying to get a stability failure. Yeah, it's not having a very good time there, is it? Where's it even going? Oh, invasive guarded entrenched. Yes, it is very, very worried.
You have my attention.
Lady Arano is overheating still.
Standing by.
I'm thinking giving an AC-20 breaching shot onto the Battlemaster just to bypass that armor. And then everything else just being pumped straight into the Awesome. The Atlas is not a dodging mech, it never will be. But the AC-20 at least is... Oh wait, no, it braced, so that got rid of its stability problems. Yeah, moving out of cover.
I'm moving.
Multi-targets. Turn off the laser. Yep, there we go. Okay, I can fire all that. Fire! Everything! This is the first time I've shot at the Awesome, but it did need to be doing. The Awesome is rather nasty. And then breaching shots at that guy because he's being so cheeky and just guarding himself. And yeah, multiple PPC shots to the Atlas.
They slacked my armor.
Did something. Did that actually knock out some of your armor? No, your armor's still actually pretty good. Right.
Standing by.
Highlander. It is time for you to do things. You also have breaching shots, so you can also punish this guy for being so cheeky.
On my way.
Let's target. Yeah, target the Battlemaster, then target the Awesome, then the Battlemaster. We can lob everything out at it. I only want a single target single weapon. I'm thinking maybe the missiles. The Gorse has a 75% accuracy chance against that. Then again, the Gorse has the same chance either way. So yeah, I'll just shoot the Gorse rifle at the Battlemaster for a nice, heavy 75-point impact.
Copy that.
Everything else going at the Awesome. Oh, PPC crit. Oh, excellent. Also, it's staggering. And yep, that hit. Yeah, your sword was aboard the Newgrange, wasn't he? That's what this is about. He was the captain of the Newgrange. You spoke with him. I listened to his flight recorder. I heard you order his death. Eeeh. If that is the truth, then you know I asked him to stand down. He was under orders. He couldn't stand down. But even if he could, do you think it would matter? He was my son. Nothing you say or do can make this right. The only restitution I will accept is your death. And so, Lady Arano, I am coming for you. Pray that your uncle's soldiers reach you before I do. Yeah, I can feel the love in the air. It's so warm and fluffy. Oh, this is so good, yes. Well, actually, it's absolutely horrible, but, you know. Right. I'm going to, again, reserve the Griffin, so the Griffin can go twice in a row. Because the Griffin is, of course, still relatively weak.
Got something you want done?
Yes, I do indeed have things I want done. All the M lasers. I do want the PPC involved. However, this Black Knight is running very hot. What I need is a PPC hit against the Battlemaster, which still has most of its weaponry. Actually, you don't have breaching shot, so I don't want you going after the... Never mind. As long as it's braced like that, if I'm going to Alpha Strike approach, I need to just plow on through. Actually, yeah, if I take the M lasers, the normal M's out of the equation, I can hit you with the large pulses and the PPC, and actually lose a little bit of heat. That sounds good. And more importantly, I can strip away some weaponry anyway. Oop. And the last moment, the SRM-6 decides it's been critted. What a shame. That side torso, though. It was in the middle. Nothing. What's in the head? Nothing. Okay. Griffin, you actually have a job. I'm going to jump you into position here, so you can target just the Battlemaster, because his side torso is all but gone. So I want you to hit it with the SRM volley. You don't have any extra boost to precision, do you? No, you don't. Still, it makes it a bit more likely to hit, and it's a multi-shot, so that's going to help. I don't need to do much, but I think a precision strike is useful here. So
Engaging target.
there you go. You're not even a zombie. You're a stick.
Reporting critical hit.
You, Mr. Battlemaster, are a stick. Meaning a mech with only its CT left, but it has no weapons. All it can do is kick people from here on out. Which is actually kind of worrying because its center torso is actually relatively intact. So, you know, it's if it gets too close to something, it's going to cause quite a bit of trouble. Anyway, we've got a certain Zeus. Sorry, certain Atlas, which requires... sorry, no. We've got a certain Awesome, which requires attention. I could try to go into melee for 140. Might be worth it. But actually, I kind of want to hit it from this side, though. You know, try to wreck out a bit more of its side equipment. So I'll accept that. I'll close into knife fighting range with my Atlas. Target that. I can fire one of the ERs, but everything... Oh, I'll turn off the LRM. And then I can fire both ERs. Okay. And it's all generally coming in on the side that is not damaged. Whoops. Wrong side. Oh, well, whatever. Fire! Yep, I think he enjoyed that. What's the Battlemaster doing? It's trying to close in on the Highlander. Yeah, evasive, guarded, and entrenched. He's not having a very good time. Highlander, if I jump you this away, you're going to be well away from the Battlemaster. And I need to turn you like this.
Here we go.
And then you're going to just lob everything straight into his side. On the unarmored side this time.
Firing.
There we go, that's... oh, side torso blown out. 2 PPCs blown out. And I think that's a knockdown. That's a knockdown. Okay. That's 2 injuries. Okay. Good. Your available firepower is greatly reduced.
Ready for orders.
55, 125. And yeah, that Battlemaster is going to be something of a problem.
Affirmative.
So I don't want to be anywhere near that guy if I can help it.
Here it comes.
Yeah. Okay.
Take
The
this.
awesome is almost dead. The awesome is doing awesomely, but it's... Yeah, look at that, 35 hit points left in its CT.
Ready to get it on.
Get it on, you say. You are running extremely hot, actually.
Moving out.
Let's move you forward. Target the CT. And take off the pulse. Sorry, the ER. Yeah, just your lasers will do.
Locking
This
on
mech is
target.
actually very well balanced, though part of it is because of the cold terrain as well. But yeah, the awesome is now dead.
One less target.
And that just leaves the stick. Okay, Mr. Stick, what are you going to do? Are you going to try and headbutt the Highlander? Are you close enough? No, not quite. I'm glad I moved the Highlander out like that with a jump.
Understood.
Because it seems to be keeping me just out of range of this guy's attempted headbutts.
I'm listening. I'm on the move.
Yeah, I got to admit, you got to accept that this guy is being very, very loyal in his attempts to murder me. But it's not going to work out too well for him. Let's turn on the LRM, turn off the ER, and fire.
Engaging hostile.
I'm just trying to
Reporting a critical strike.
finish this guy off, and it's taking a while. He's being very, very stubborn. CT 61. Right. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
61. Again, being very careful to stay the heck away from it. Because I don't want to give it a free kill by moving the Griffin too close, by accident. I don't trust what's left of the armor on most of my force to withstand the Battle Master's attack. If it's going to damage something,
What's up,
if
boss?
it manages to hit me. At least that's what I'm thinking. So that's why I'm being pretty cautious with this guy. And there he goes. Splatio! You're down.
I hope we can salvage that.
I'm looking forward to some tasty salvage from this one, actually. Right, that's all of that. So we're okay to move out
Acknowledge.
straight to the
I'm
LZ.
moving. Understood.
Acknowledge.
Off we go. Honestly, this has gone on pretty long.
I'm moving out.
I'm actually concerned that this is going to be like this is 2 missions. It's going to be split into 3 parts, I think, the way it's all gone. Because you know, it's been
Commander.
there's just too much, I think, to fit into 2 parts. There's been too much fighting. Too much has been done. Too much has been seen. I got you, Lady Orana, starting a return course to the Argo. We need to fall back to restoration space while we still can. Thank you, Miss Mayor. And you, Commander. You saved my life. The both of you. Won't be too sure about that. The Taurians, my people, are on the Director's side. I don't know if any of us will be ever safe again. Yeah, it's like I said that don't make sense to what the Taurians do. I think they're kind of vengeful. At least that's how it sounds. Oh dear. This is not a good development, let's put it that way. Though it was fun playing with assault mechs for the first time in the campaign. Even more fun was the shiny toys. Yes. I hope I get to get my hands on more of that, but I don't know what I'm going to be allowed to keep from this. So we'll have to see. Oh, right, there we go. Yeah, look at this. Taurian Concord at -1. Still neutral to me, though, apparently. Which just means I probably just can't travel to them. But success. 1,700,400 Seabills. I still want to know where that 400 Seabills came from. Why would they give me an extra... It's like, for a little incentive, here, have 400 more Seabills. That's a bit weird there. Still, we did it. There wasn't any bonus objectives, but, you know. And everyone made it through. I even managed to do it without any serious breaches. The Highlander lost its rear armor plating, or well, most of its rear armor plating, but the other mechs actually made it through unharmed. More importantly, all of the shiny special tech, the rare stuff, the Gauss rifles, the ERPPCs, the pulse lasers, they all made it through. I just hope I'll get my hands on them. Maybe if I'd let one of my mechs get blown up, I could have gotten salvage off it. I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, well, look at this though. 4 priority items and 13 additional. Can I get a complete mech? I doubt it. Well, not an assault mech, which is what I want. Assault mech. No, I wrecked them far too thoroughly. I don't have any high accuracy. Well, I didn't have any high accuracy sniper types to just blast their heads out. Unfortunately. Now, is there anything shiny in the salvage? I could get a machine gun. There's always room for more machine guns. Ooh. An upgraded SRM-6. Plus 4 damage, plus 2 to stability. That is a very powerful one. Interesting. Lots. Oh dear. Many heat sinks. Leg mod. Oh, it's plus death from above damage. I don't. Who the heck had that? Might have been one of the lights or mediums in the early waves, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, but apart from that SRM-6, I'm not really seeing much. So I'm thinking I want to grab the assault mech parts and then see where I stand from there. Griffin Jenners, Panther, Zeus. I could complete another Panther. I'm not really that interested in it. So I've got a piece of each of the assault mechs. I didn't manage to salvage a complete one, unfortunately. Oh, the Battlemaster's an 85 tonner. I'm not that familiar with Battlemasters, except for that they're a generalist kind of design. That's my main experience with them. They're a generalist, more offensively geared, at the expense of some of the other characteristics. I mean, yeah, look at this, like 3 points in movement. So about average. But yeah, look at the awesome, 1 point in movement. The awesome is really slow. That's the price it pays for hauling around 3 flipping PPCs. But yeah, I think that's it. Confirm. What else do we get? We also got a piece of a Vindicator. Alright. We got an AC-5. Some lasers. Some additional heat sinks. That's good. I do need some heat sinks to replace the ones I lost on my Jaeger mech. Yeah, just general doodads, really.
This isn't over, Lady Arano. I will find you. And my son will be avenged. Pray that your uncle's soldiers reach you before I do.
The consequences of what has been done. Alright, that was a nightmare, but I think we're finally through it. I've quarantined the Locura in secondary storage, and I've shut down the drive. It can't hurt us anymore. Wait, the drive was hurting you? What? Yeah, excuse me, Doc, the what? Yeah, the Locura. The malicious code from Nautilus. That's what I'm calling it now. The Locura. Like Lady Arana's story, it needed a name, and this seemed as appropriate as anything else. Any objections? I don't care what we call it, Doc. I just want to know if what we're going to do with it. What we're going to do is leave it alone. Secondary storage is now officially off limits. That means no more Star League maps, no more hidden archive, nothing. Put some yellow tape around it if you need to. Whatever you have to do to remind yourselves, just don't touch it. Oh, that's great. So the virus that got out has got into the Star League data repository. Awesome. Nobody will touch anything, or they'll have me to answer to. Samara is right. This entire sorry episode was a terrible mistake. yeah, it's a big mess. It is what it is. All that matters now, we're getting the ship out of here in one piece. We're still alive. We covered a few battle mechs, calling that a win. I would not call this a win at all. A mistake raised for the right reasons, and let's focus on what is in front of us. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's focus. We're getting... All that matters now, getting the ship out of here in one piece. I'll go with that one. Downright, are you sure that the rest of the Argo systems are secure for her? I mean, really sure? If they weren't, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I'm about 90% certain that the code was trying to detonate our fuel reserves. Right. Okay. If it was still doing damage, the Argo would probably have exploded by now. What the hell did you find in there? Origin accident. You better have this in contained, Doc. I do not intend to die on a downed dropship. Understood, Commander. I promise you it won't let that happen. Not to you, not to any of us. The Argo is my baby. I brought her back to life on Axelis. Nursed her to health at the Leeton shipyard. I've been caring for her all this time. I will not allow this thrice-darned code to kill her or harm any of her crew. You have my word. Don't let the code delete. Well, deleting it would probably mean just kicking the storage out into space. The secure this code. What is it really? It's a research project, I think, some kind of experiment. The file was housed in a research archive labeled SDSM2. It seemed to have something to do with an old space defense program that used robot drones to shoot down warships. Right. Okay, that's setting off all sorts of alarm bells. I know it sounds ridiculous, like some kind of periphery campfire story, but it's the best I've got to go on. For what I can put together, they were researching something that had gone wrong with the drones, the M2 models. It seems like there was an accident and the drone malfunctioned and they killed a lot of people. The scientists at Nautilus were tearing the code apart, trying to isolate what had happened, until they stopped for some reason, sealed up the whole archive in quarantine, and never touched it again. Without even leaving a little sticker on the front saying, hey, don't touch this thing, because it's going to try to murder you. Or it's an AI. It might be an AI. Actually, I don't know about... I don't recall offhand if there has actually been a true artificial intelligence in the Battletech universe. There is automated drones, but I don't know how smart those are. Probably wouldn't call them true AI. Throw them too far off their programming, they just wouldn't know what to do. Anyway, best can give you, like I said, don't have a complete picture. There are hundreds of variations of the file sealed away in the Nautilus memory core, and I only opened the one. And all things considered, that's probably for the best. Yeah, but I'm not going to bother asking about delete it because it's like, if we let it out again, it's probably a case of like throwing the entire secondary archive off the ship. Sorry, secondary storage. Alright, heard the doc, hands off secondary storage, let's move on. We have other problems. Like the fact we're fighting the Taurians now? Sure, let's talk about that. How the heck did that happen? I mean, I get that we killed the Commodore's son, but people die every day. Nations usually don't go to war over them. Yeah, that's too much just for his son, even though he hates us. Well, he hates the lady so much. I don't know if he knows we were the ones that did it. He probably suspects. Or he will get that at some point if he doesn't have it already. But yeah, there's something else about that dropship which has brought the Taurians into this. At least I thought that was. I think the Directorate has been in bed with the Taurians for a while now, Yang. It's where their weapons have been coming from. If ships like the Newgrange have been running weapons to the Directorate since our victory on Weldry, then the Newgrange was a Taurian vessel. It stands to reason that Espinosa and the Protector Calderon have been doing business on the sly ever since the war started. Yeah, I'd accept that reason too. Right now, the why of it doesn't matter. The Taurians have just declared war on the Restoration, and that changes everything. Alexander, I need you to contact Lady Centrella and arrange a war council. Maybe she can help us dig ourselves out of this. I need you there as well, Commander. Be ready to set course for Weldry. Okay, from one frozen hellhole to another. I can't wait. No. Roger that, Lady Rhino. If you hear you, we'll come running. Good. In the meantime, I must return to our people. In the face of the Turian war machine, I fear that our systems may begin to abandon us. The founding houses we've already liberated need to see that our cause isn't lost. Once again, yeah, this is all very, very bad. You sure about that? Because from my understanding, things aren't looking good. Yeah, we're not dead yet, you know. I will find a way out of this, Mr. Vitarian. I swear it on my father's name. She's going to work on it. Ooh. In thanks for your help on R2, I offer you this Star League era Highlander. I am Mark III. May it carry you to victory in the days to come.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
It's new Highlander. Highlander 732B is an ancient model from the Star League days. Its Gorse rifle was a terrifying weapon that gave it a huge punch at almost any range. But you can't find those anymore. And of course, it still has the jump capability it's always been known for. Yeah, you can't find Gorse rifles. If it comes with a Gorse rifle, it might be the only one I'm going to get my hands on for quite some time. We're deep in Directorate Space Command. There won't be any work for us out here, so we'll need to plot a course back to the Restoration. Come to navigation when you are ready. Yeah, we've got a shiny thing, though. We've got a shiny thing. We've got a Highlander. I would have liked the Atlas, but, you know, Highlander. Right, we've got the Highlander. Yeah, Yagamek's messed up. Dragon's a bit damaged. Centurion's a bit damaged. It's a 90-ton assault, though. Juggernaut and heavy cavalry. Look at that melee score, though. It's off the charts. I'm going to have to do a comparison between this and the Dragon. The Dragon, though, is definitely way faster. But the Highlander is a good 30 tons heavier, though. It's 50% again heavier. I think I'm going to store the Vindicator, actually. That's what I'm leaning towards. The Shadowhawk is a really decent SOM platform. 5 points durability. The Shadowhawk has got 6 points. The Shadowhawk's got better armor, bit more equipment, better stuff. The Vindicator... Honestly, every serious engagement, the Vindicator has got itself shredded pretty badly. It's spent more time in the repair bays than any other mech. I think twice over. So, yeah, I think the Vindicator's had a bit of a cursed time with us. But I'm going to send it to storage for now. I might repair it once we get another set of bays up, but yeah, storing the Vindicator.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Also, we finished the library while all that was going on. Hooray! Requires gaining experience, so leveling up required. Alright. We've got 8 months worth of pay. We've got 8 months worth. I'm hurt. Bunch of mechs need fixing. I want to look in the mech bay and see what that Highlander's got on it. It might have a Gorse rifle. It might not. But that's what I'm curious about. Let's have a look. Mr. Highlander, my first assault mech. Ooh. It has a Gorse rifle. Yes! Yes! I rather liked how the Gorse rifle was performing during that. It hits very hard. It's a bit on the heavy side, but it's got very good reach. My only problem with it, really, is the fact that the Highlander's actually got it in its arm. Might want to strip that out for something else. The arm means it's more likely to get damaged, unfortunately. But I've got me a Gorse rifle. I've got me a Gorse rifle, as well as the LRM-20. Plus 2 stability damage, not one of the best ones. And plus 4 damage SRM, so a sheer punch SRM and a stability damaging LRM. Honestly, yeah, with the missiles I tend to go for outright damage potential more than secondary effects, so that's why I don't value stability damage on the LRMs as highly. Still, they do as much stability damage as they do regular damage. How does the Gorse rifle measure up to that? Ah, the ballistics don't do as much. The missiles are the stability damage kings. I forgot about that. But yeah, anyway, enough about that. Yes, we've got vital things to do, like the little fact that we're stuck deep inside hostile space. Why is it a different colour? Grand Jock is Auxiliary Directorate. What are these guys? Also classes Auxiliary Directorate. This is also classes. So why is it? Oh, it's making it so that I can actually travel outwards. I think. Still, it's the Taurian Concordates. It's these guys that I wandered into their territory before, and I did do a mission for them. Well, a couple of missions for them actually, while I was out there. So I think that's why we're only indifferent. So basically, it just wiped out the reputation I had with them before that. But I still need to get back to this area here before I can really do much. Actually, can I even buy anything here? I don't think I can I? Since they aren't very fond of me. Hello, hostile faction. Let me just wander up to your stores and see if I can... Ooh, I can actually buy things here. What? Why? Admittedly, I can't buy much. Very basic stuff. Ooh, a Flamer Plus. Plus 5 damage. Ooh. An M-Laser Plus. Okay, that's nice. I might want that one, actually. And some extra damage SRMs. Good to have in stock, actually, those. Because I do use the plus versions on some of my mechs. The Shadowhawk, in particular, has damage-boosted SRMs. Though, unfortunately, because I'm here... Actually, I should check this. 50% price increase. Ouch. That stings. Any good equipment? No. What mechs? I could buy an urban mech. No. No, no, no. Okay, so all I'm going to do before I finally wrap up this session is I'm going to start planting a garden for my troopers. +1 morale, 20 days. Actually, I could afford to get the mech bay. Let me keep more mechs ready, though that will be a bit more expensive. I could get Gamma Pod. 24 mech warriors. Tempting. But I've got enough money to basically afford any single upgrade I want. Like if I get high capacity power conduits, I could then move on to a better drive and reduce my travel time even further. My morale is actually finally climbing out of the lowest zone. You know what? Let's go ahead and do high capacity power conduits.
All right, I'll get the team on it right away.
It's the last of the core system parts that I know about, and then I'll be moving on to the drive upgrade, most likely. But I need Gamma Pod before I can get the next training module, which I think is also one of the priority things, but that needs more money. Everything always needs more money. I've noticed that in the mercenary business, you always need money. But yeah, this has been Iron Mark III. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show and the 3 parts I have recorded because of the sheer amount of recording time this has been involved. And I'll catch you all some other time. Yes, indeed. Where we continue to learn the ramifications of our assault on a defenseless dropship. Well, it's not defenseless, it had a lot of protectors, but, you know. Still, it's a rather major mistake. See you all later.